Narendra Modi has given a call for an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Even as the government has identified 20 sectors, one of the big focus areas for them is going to be the steel sector as well. Let's talk about numbers. Back in 2018, China's market share in the steel export market was close to 24%, while India's share was just about 1.5%. In a bid to boost steel exports and also boost domestic manufacturing, we're given to understand the government is in talks with industry and is mulling various steps. We're given to understand the government is looking at awarding infrastructure status for steel as well. What is this going to do? This is going to make sure that funding is available for the steel sector at competitive rates. Besides that, we're given to understand DPIIT is in talks with Steel Ministry to impose BIS standards on all steel products. We're given to understand as many as 400 products are being looked into currently with respect to BIS, and a large part of it is also steel products. This will ensure that there is no substandard product that comes into the Indian market. Besides that, the government is also considering an offset policy for steel. What does an offset policy mean, and what will it do? We're given to understand that we have currently an offset policy in the defense sector as well. This will mean that every time steel products are imported into India, there is going to be mandatory value addition of as much as 30% in the sector. This is going to be an important step and will ensure that the domestic industry also comes up to speed with respect to global standards. We're also given to understand the industry has demanded for an empowered group of secretaries to be set up to expedite all the clearances for the industry, whether it is land, infra, environmental clearance or forest clearances as well. Clearances or removing red tape is an important ask of the industry as well, and which is why the government is giving it a very clear and a clean thought as well. And lastly, we're given to understand taxation is very high on the agenda, besides imposing anti-dumping duty on other countries so that they don't dump their products into India. The idea is to make sure that Indian goods are also at par, which is why the government is looking and speaking with the tax department to ensure that how can you fix the non-creditable taxes that are currently there and are making the Indian steel space uncompetitive. So various options are on the table. The biggest of them, of course, is to ensure that the steel sector becomes a priority sector. And steel sector, remember, the government is talking about having multimodal transport, is talking about building a lot of houses for the poor as well, and steel is going to be a very important part, and which is why the idea is to boost the domestic steel space as well.